like we've been seeing loads of Christmas decorations, and we're not used to seeing all the Christmas decos. Hi,
Um,
okay.
switch it around.
You're so Ed. Thanks for joining. You okay?
Yeah, I'm good.
Oh, good.
I tried to do it on my desktop, but it just wasn't working.
Oh, it's all right.
Do it on my phone. Hopefully, you all can hear me clearly.
Yeah, I can hear really good. That's great. I'm loving the Spider-Man on the wall. That's awesome.
Yeah, it's a Marvel themed office. I've got
Oh,
my
cool.
mask killer there, mask of killer's mask. I've got, by the time I chat a bit, you got Captain America's
Oh, brill.
build and stuff. I've got all these guys on the wall and stuff. It's pretty awesome.
Oh, awesome. It's nice that.
When I come to work, I like to be inspired. So I'm a big Marvel fan.
Yeah.
So it's always good to get in here and just let creativity flow.
Oh, that's it's always best when you're somewhere where you're comfortable and it inspires you, so it gets you going. So how have you been?
I've been good. I've been good. Really, really busy. It's just been mental, mainly for our martial arts club. We've got a group of guys going to the World Championships on Monday next week to
Well,
turn. So we're really busy training those guys, getting everything ready for the World Championships. Also, just come back from a big tournament in Bristol, where our club came 12th out of 97 clubs in
oh,
26
well,
countries, and we only had 10 students. So it was a
oh,
busy
that's
week.
great.
A martial arts club, absolutely mental. Then obviously Halloween's coming up, so I'm doing a big promotion of my film, Paper Massacre. And then obviously I'm doing a bit of writing with for DC and on the release of Black Adam, so I've just done that as well. So yeah, it's been busy but fun. I like to be busy.
Brilliant. All sounds great though.
Yeah, how are you? How are you? You good?
Been all right. Yeah, we've just been mainly sorting out the house and setting the pages and everything up. So getting all
It,
ready for Halloween.
Yeah, social media, when you're trying to work across all platforms, Facebook, Instagram, Twitter, then there's TikTok and they even talk about Snapchat, it's just mental. You end up spending your life on your phone. I do highly recommend people to do tech-free days. Definitely when we live in a world where tech is our main focal point now of everything, business to life. I like to turn my phone off and leave it off for a day, a couple of days, just to chill out, and then you feel a bit more rejuvenated when you get back on it.
Yeah, it's a good idea. I tend to keep logging out of things as well because if I hear notifications, that's it. I'm like, oh, what's going on?
Definitely for muting. I don't know why platforms now seem to allow just add notifications to everything, stuff that we don't really not interested in.
Yeah.
Um, Clickbait and all that stuff. So it's good to just like look at your settings and just take it down to the bare minimum. But yeah, it is tough. It is tough.
Oh,
Definitely good stuff going on in the world today.
that's
Not
it.
that.
Oh no. And then I got the kids keep going, yeah, here's another video, try that one. So getting into all the because it's reels now, isn't it? It's TikTok and now it's reels and TikTok. So
You know, Facebook become YouTube. I think every other clip now is a video.
yeah.
Uh, Obviously brought in stories. I know TikTok kind of was the one for reels and short clips, and then Facebook and Instagram have gone to reels now, and you just can't keep up. You really can't keep up. There's no real pros or cons with each one, really. Where I understand. I think it was TikTok. It's very organic in the
Yeah.
sense you actually have to have loads of followers. Your video will be seen by other people that potentially never watched a video before. So that's quite a good platform. But I see you can put up a video that's really stupid and get more thousands of followers on it, and then you can put a video up that looks really good and you think it takes a long time to do, and you probably get 100 views on it. It's yeah.
That's I know I put one on YouTube and I spent time on it. It was like a couple of views. And I just did one of those, the stupid dance things that you can do. You just put your face in it. And that was like going into its thousands. I was like, why? It's like,
Yeah, it's that culture. I don't know. I don't know where it all is now. We praise up stupidity instead of talent a little bit. I don't know where we draw the line on it, but yeah, it's a weird world we live in. It really is. And TikTok's a very time waster. You can be on it and then suddenly swiping through, and then you look at the clock, you've been on there for an hour, and it's like, oh my god.
Yeah, you can get glued to it if you don't like just keep an eye on the time and things.
Exactly, yeah, yeah.
So how did things go with your film as because it's has it reached another country as well, hasn't it? I think you said.
Yeah, Paintball Massacre was a passion project of mine. It was like 5 years in the making. We got the idea and the concept in 2017. We kind of worked throughout and developed in that year. We shot it in end of September, October of 2018. Then we went into post-production 2019, and then when we were ready to actually get the film out there and release, it was 2020, and we know what happened in 2020, the big C. Let's not bring that up. But it was challenging, but rewarding at the same time. So we were able to secure US distribution in 2020. So it was out in December, I think the 15th, in America and North America and Canada, which is amazing, with Uncorked Entertainment. And then we then got a distribution in the UK with full digital media that then got out in April, I think early April 2021. So like,
Wow.
and I'm a big believer in physical media. I know it's a kind of a dying breed of things now, and a lot of people are just in the digital world. But it's something about owning a physical copy and going into a shop like HMV or a supermarket and seeing your product on the shelf. I think it's still very special. So I was very adamant I wanted a DVD, and we got that in both the US and the UK. To walk in Asda, I watched I rewatched the clip that came up on my feed the other day, and I watched it, me walking in there and seeing it on the shelf, and it is pretty good. I think we sold out in all the Asdas in the country. And yeah, it's gone really, really well. Considering it being an independent film, fully funded by private investors, it wasn't no backing by a big studio or anything like that, and I can't really describe, but pretty much every job that was involved in that film, I had something involved with it. It was so low budget that I was doing everything from like catering to costume design to set
Oh
dress.
wow.
As a producer, you wouldn't even touch those things, but we just had no money to spare jobs and delegate the jobs, so it all fell down on me. And yeah, I'm so proud of that film. I know you said you've watched it, and I'm glad you really enjoyed it. Anyone who hasn't
Yeah.
watched it out, it's now free on Amazon Prime, so you've got nothing to lose. Check it out. Let me know what you think about it. Drop us some reviews on there. Reviews are a big thing with independent films. As many reviews as we can get, good or bad, it all helps build us up onto the pecking order. But yeah, it's we've had it got out for a few more other countries now. We were able to get it out in Germany.
Okay.
It's fully dubbed in German,
Is
which
it?
yeah, what can I say? I think they made my character sound like a German Jar Jar Binks. So
Oh,
yeah,
great.
it's funny to watch it in German, and that actually went on to Blu-ray in Germany as
Oh
well, which
wow.
because I love Blu-ray again, physical media
Yeah.
Blu-ray. And then we've actually had it out in South Korea recently, and also I've just done a deal. I think this is probably an exclusive on your live, but it is going to be
Okay.
available in Australia very shortly as well.
Brilliant.
Digital platforms out there. So yeah, we're doing really well. My sales team, Devil Works, they're off to AFM, which is the American film market, which is going to be held in LA, Santa Barbara. And yeah, usually that's a really good event for us. So hopefully we'll get some more international countries. Be nice to be out in like maybe Japan, because I just love the Japanese posters. They're just
Yeah.
crazy. Some of the European countries like Europe and like Spain, France, and some of those countries would be awesome as well. So it's crazy. It's we made it in 2018, and we're still, I'm still pushing it now in 2022. I think I still be pushing it till God knows when, because I'm very proud of it.
It's really good.
Yeah, it's something that if you're looking for a high budget kind of film, don't touch it. But if you're looking for a film that's fun, enjoyable, not taken too seriously, that's your kind of film. If you like the humor of Hot Fuzz, and Dog Soldiers. You know, you'll love it. You know, and if we've got a bit of eye candy in there from Lee from Steps. You know, good old Lee, and obviously Katie Brand. Katie's gone on to do really good stuff. You know, obviously she's previously done ITV2 series, but she just her film just come out. I don't know if you've seen it. It's with Emma Thompson called Good Luck, Leo Grande. She wrote that film.
All right.
It's a really kind of, well, I would say it's not really come of age film. It's about Emma Thompson's main character, and she becomes she's lost her husband, she's a widow, and she tries to explore her sexual dreams that she's never had before with a young guy called, I think, Leo. But yeah,
Okay.
yeah, I haven't watched it myself, but I heard really good things about it. I probably will check it out one time. So
Oh,
yeah,
great.
it's done really well. Just everyone involved in the film's done awesome. So we've just all grown with the film and pushed further and everything like that. But yeah, it's a really great film. It's dark comedy horror. What can you say? Halloween's coming up, so put it on your Halloween list, everyone.
So I mean, I rewatched it the other day. I really like it, and I know I remember the first time I was watching it. I was like, "Oh, what's happening next? Oh, what's going on?"
You know
But
what? It's what I've during the post production process. I've watched it so many times. Like in a way, I've got sick of watching it because you know I've got everything I've seen so many times. But I haven't watched it for a while myself. Now I think the last time I watched it was when we had a screening with the cast and crew at one of the venues, the Sparkford Inn, which was, I think, late last year. So that was the last time I've actually watched it. And again, watching it on the big screen there, it was a big projector. We watched it, and I just think we did this. You know, we did this with the budget was about 100,000 in the end, and that's like, I suppose, like the catering budget for Dwayne Johnson on a day. You know, so we
yeah,
put it together. You know, we used every ounce of money we had to put in the film, and I think that's what comes across. You know, it looks like it was made on a lot more money.
yeah, it does, and you can tell everyone's just poured everything into it because everyone's acting was just on top form. It was really, really good.
Yeah, and the cast is incredible. Like when we went for the casting, it was we want to give it the roles to people that we knew, that we've worked with, that we felt deserved that recognition and have that chance of taking on a role like that. So it wasn't because they were just friends; it was because we knew they could do the role. And when we were sat, it was a week before we did the started rolling cameras. We did a script read around the table, and I was getting goosebumps on my arm because I was literally stood just like sat there going, this is something. We've got something special here because all the cast, you could feel we went to school together. You could feel the animosity between some of us. You know, my character, I wasn't actually meant to play Aiden. 2 weeks before, I was meant to play Ben, the estate agent. So already knew all
Nice.
those lines. And then we had this decision. I think it was best decision made when we switched our characters, mine and Nathan Clough's character. So I played Aiden, he played Ben, and that just
Okay.
made it was a big. The decision was right, and it meant that I had like half the acting days, and that was the best thing because it was so much more involved with producing the film. I had to be more on that side than actual acting. So I had, instead of 12 days, I think I had 6, and
Ah,
but that was great. And I think I play Aiden well. Is a cocky, loudmouth chav, someone
yeah,
I
you did really good with it.
you know, and yeah, it's just a fun film, just a fun film, and everyone loved it. We spent 4 weeks in a used quarry, you know, end of September, October, freezing cold, and we just had a blast. We literally had a blast, all of us, and most of the cast, all of them are from London. So when we brought them down to the Somerset, the southwest, they just loved the area. It's just so different than London. You know, the beautiful,
Yeah.
and everyone was so friendly as well to them. You know, it's very rare you get a film crew down in the Oval Somerset and Radstock and Bristol area. So it is great. It is awesome stuff.
Oh, but now offset, did you all have a bit of a go afterwards of shooting each other with the paintballs?
You know what? This is the funny thing, right? We had this idea of actually at the end of the shoot having a paintball game with all the cast and the crew. You know, thinking, "Oh, you annoyed me for a shoot. I'm going to shoot you and stuff." It was we had this whole idea of doing it, but we never shot any paintballs at all
Oh,
during the
right.
movie. we had sometimes we had gas in the cylinders, but most of the time they weren't even loaded. I think the only time we shot a paintball is there's a scene where it gets hit on a tree, and I was one who shot that. And basically, none of the actors, anything shot a paintball at all. I think I lied actually. Ian, there's a scene. I'm not going to ruin it too much, but there's the killer shooting someone in some hole, isn't there? And he does actually shoot Ryan. There was a bit of a payback because they're best friends, Ian and Ryan. So there was something went on a previous shoot. And there's a moment where I thought that must have hurt.
It was getting him back.
All the montages we shot in pickup, and they were all extras. So we never actually had the chance of just having some fun with the guns, which is a shame. Maybe we should do actual paintball reunion and get all the cast back and film it and us have actual shoot off. That'd be fun, wouldn't it?
That's it, yeah. A bit of a film of like outtakes sort of thing, shooting each other.
It would be like some of the pickups. That's better. That's light. There you go. Some of the pickups were very close. Like, you're not meant to shoot paintballs that close, but
yeah,
we were to just get the angle right. And yeah, it was pretty painful at times.
I bet it's supposed to be quite like sharp, isn't it?
Yeah, it is. It's like an elastic band or something. There we go. I'm trying to get there. That's
I say.
I think the sun keeps going in and out of the window, so I keep going into darkness.
Oh, don't worry. I used to have my tripod on, and then I found towards the end of chatting that I'd be seeing like circles everywhere. I was like, oh, okay, it's getting a bit much.
I noticed that some of my students are joining in to watching it. Hi, Cameron. Hi, August. Izzy. Hey, guys.
Hi, Brad.
Well, it's half term, isn't it? It's half term. I was going to say they should be at college. What's up half term? These lot, you don't go to a job interview and go, "When's my half terms? And when do I get my 6 weeks summer holiday?" Yeah, it's funny.
We noticed that when we went out, we just popped into town to get some bits. I was like, "This is packed," and then we realised, "Oh yeah, everyone's off." But they're putting up Christmas decos.
I went into a shop today because I need to collect some stuff. I'm doing a Halloween party for Martial Arts Club on Friday, so I had to grab a few things. And literally, they had just the tiniest amount of Halloween stuff, and then full aisles of Christmas. I'm sorry, what's up with shops? Like, get anything away from the actual before the event even happens. It's just mental. It's mental. I don't talk about Christmas until after bonfire night. That's my opinion.
Yeah.
And like I said, we're off to Turkey, Khmer next week. So when I come back, then I can start to think about that big thing of Christmas. But try and be organised this year will be good.
I remember going down. I can't remember the name of the shop, but I went down. On the one aisle, it was all Halloween, and then it was Christmas there. I didn't know which side to look at first because it was like, oh my God.
You're these people that already wrapped their presents and all fully booked, fully ready for Christmas. Who are you? You mad people.
Oh no. It's
a Boxing Day sales as well. Who's gone through madness of doing the shopping and then decides to go out on Boxing Day and do more shopping?
Yeah. They just straight out, don't they, and get some more stuff and everything.
The sales, but isn't there a thing called Black Friday coming up as well? Yeah. That's so American thing. Why is it come over to England? I don't know.
And it lasts a month now, doesn't it?
Yeah, it's not like one day. You literally can get Black Friday sales already now and pre-order. It's just might as well just do it a monthly sale thing, shouldn't you? Really?
Oh yeah, it used to just be the one day, but I think because everyone just started bombarding on top of each other, it's like they have to spread it out. But it just means that they bombard each other every day instead.
Exactly. Yeah. It's just silly. It is silly. It's all commercial now. I say to my friends and family, it's not about the giving or the receiving. It's about just spending time with your loved ones. I think that's one thing COVID's taught us. Let's be like. Enjoy the small, the small things in life, and just being with each other, because we had a whole year of barely having any close contact with many of our friends and family. Many people lost loved ones during that period, and it should teach you that actually it's not about these glitz and fancy things to give people. It's just being there with each other and enjoying your company. I think that's more important than anything.
Oh, that's it's like even just for Halloween, we just got together and we all started painting the windows. I just,
You know, have a fun, have a laugh. You know, that's it.
oh,
You know,
that's
it's all about. You know.
Are you using your paintball massacre for Halloween? Are you using anything from that?
So yeah, well, last year one of my students, Ollie, I shouted Ollie Bees. He may watch this later on, but yeah, little Ollie, he actually decided to come as the killer, and he made a for sale sign with the Hallett Holmes sign on, and wore the mask killer. He had a little gun as well, and yeah, he came at the Halloween party as the killer. So that was awesome. Like, we shared it. You know, I like to see other people, see what they do, something like that. You know, maybe eventually our killer would be as big as Jason or bloody the Scream or something like that. That'd be awesome. That'd be crazy. But I don't know with this year, because I do it every year for the kids, and I seem to have a load of the same costumes. So I was looking in my cupboard the other day and found a load of prop weapons I had from a shoot. So I may just go as a Viking or something. I don't know. It's very easy. I can put on. It's not too hard. Because like I said, I'm flying out to Turkey on Monday, so it's a bit of a rush. So, but yeah,
Oh,
maybe one
nice.
time actually go to a proper adult Halloween party and actually dress up properly and yeah, have a great time. That'd be fun.
Yeah, just like go for it then, see what happens.
What about you? You got anything plans for Halloween?
We're hoping to usually do a little tea party, but the kids are a bit older now, so they want to go and do this trick or treat thing. They've got it's in one of the big parks by us, and you get all
Okay.
characters run out at you and everything, and
No,
pumpkin patches. So
no. That's the problem with me. If I went to something like that, I'd probably punch one of them and they run out on me because my reaction. I have to warn them and stuff. But yeah, it is like I said, America. It's American thing. Halloween. It has always been a very Americanized kind of thing, and it's slowly coming over to England. You know, the whole trick or treating thing. I
yeah,
think it's nice little villages and stuff, but it's not something I think can safely happen in the UK as much as it has in America. They have a lot more bigger communities, haven't they? But it's nice for villages and towns to do little things like that, community, you know.
oh, that's. I mean, in our little villages, they usually hide scarecrows, and you have to
That's
go and spot them.
literally, I'm driving into a village near me on the
Yeah.
way to work, and they've put a scarecrow, but they've been clever. They've put roadman work clothes on him, so he's got high fizzes on. So
Ah.
everyone who goes in now will slow right down, expect it to be a speed camera. So we're going from a village that should be 30 and everyone's dropping down to 20, 15 miles an hour because they think it's a speed camera watching them. It's a blooming scarecrow.
Oh no.
I like scarecrows. I bought a pumpkin. I still do carve. I still like to carve a pumpkin every year. Maybe it's just a childhood in me. I don't know. I like that.
Oh, Halloween's fun though. It's all about the dressing up and just having a laugh, isn't it?
Exactly. I'm obviously I do acting and that's kind of my thing. So dressing up, you'd have to ask me twice. I'll put something on. I remember my mum used to say, you know, I used to watch movies and then I disappeared for about 10 minutes and come down dressed as one of the characters. You know, one time I was watching Robin Hood and I think I came down with my sister's green tights on or something and I found just dressed as Robin Hood. You know,
Oh,
it's
awesome.
have fun. Don't be too take yourself so seriously and just enjoy it.
Oh,
Yeah.
that's I might even do because I'm doing the face paints again soon. So I'm gonna start doing them live like I used to on Facebook. So I might have to do your mask killer or something for it.
Go for it. Honestly, do you know what I like our makeup artist Lisa Wants, and she does amazing makeup for Halloween, and I see so many people do incredible things like when they have the sip. I know you've seen like has a sip and then haste, and I just look at it and goes, how amazing that is. Like I try and start with it and it ends up just being a pile of mess on my face. The skill for people like yourself to face paint and actually make it look really good. It's definitely a
Oh.
skill.
We've started to put on like, as I do the windows now though, so I'll use the face painting kit because it's the easiest thing to get off the windows. So
Can
now I
you
just paint
remember
them on.
Do you remember the snow? You're spraying snow, and it's meant to go on windows and easy to come off. It's not. You got to use a scraper to get it off. I don't know. That's awful stuff. But yeah, And you got the cobwebs. You get the bags of cobwebs, but sometimes that starts getting your hands itchy, doesn't it?
Yeah, it can get a bit much, can't it, sometimes? Our house is very, very, very old. So we have
Mm.
a lot of natural stuff to the house on the outside anyway. So
Is it grade 2 listed or grade? Is it a listed building at
it's
all?
one of those prefab war houses.
Okay,
So
okay. Wow.
it's actually made from war materials. So it's
Um,
very quaint on the outside, just concrete everywhere. They said it's like a bunker basically.
Maybe you
So
should make a scarecrow as a soldier then, an army soldier or something.
oh yeah,
Yeah.
that'd be a good idea. Put us outside. Well, we have natural bats here as well. We've got a
Oh,
tree
oh,
right by the front door, and
yeah.
they live in there, and they come inside the house and everything. We have to chase them out.
Not a huge fan of flappy bats and their wings. And yeah, a bit like Batman. I'm a bit scared of that one.
Oh, I tell you, I was just stood there and I was like trying to say to a side and it just flew out. And that was the thing I pictured. You know that scene in Batman when the bats just flew out? I was like, okay, that's enough. I'm standing to the side.
No chance.
Oh no. But round here, they decided an ABBA theme night for Halloween would be good.
Oh,
I don't, I don't know what they're saying there, but
that's more like a summer kind of thing, really. ABBA. I'm thinking ABBA. I'm thinking lovely Greek islands and beautiful sea and white clothes. But yeah, I'm not sure the Halloween thing links there very well.
no, not unless they're
No.
saying they've come back, and that's what it's going to be like a comeback zombie version of ABBA dancing or
Yeah,
something.
a Mamma Mia. Yeah, yeah. I don't think that will clash very well. That one, no, no.
No.
I'm a bit upset because, like I said, I'm away in Turkey on the 5th of November, and I love fireworks. I just love. So where we shot the film, the owners they run a shooting ground, Mendip shooting ground, and they have a big fireworks display, but it's actually run by the pyrotechnics team that do all the explosions for the films.
Oh wow.
Imagine how amazing this display is, and we got there, went there last in a massive bonfire, and then I probably one of the best displays I've ever seen, and they don't. There is health and safety, but they're not so lenient. Like if you go to a council ran fireworks,
Yeah.
it's just ridiculous. It's so far away. But this is just feels a bit old school, and I love it. Absolutely love it. Bit of mulled wine given served. So I'm a bit upset. I'm not going to be in England for bonfire night. So I'm a
Oh.
bit, yeah, a bit upset about that.
They'll
But
have to like film it for you so you can see
yeah,
it.
we do a live feed. So if I ain't got good Wi-Fi over there, I may have to tune in and watch it. 100%.
Yeah. Get like a
Yeah.
little fire going in front of you or something
Yeah,
and
fire
roast
pits,
it.
like, yeah, I love a little fire pit, nice little get a blanket and stuff. So it should be fun.
That's it. And get like your screen in front. It'd be like you're there.
Definitely, definitely.
So what you do nice in Turkey, is it a break or
Oh,
promoting?
no, it's the martial art
Oh
world
yeah, the match.
champion. Yeah, so it's is it a break? It's a little bit of a break. Spoke to my boss today. He's not coming in till a day later after me, so he's given me the job of kind of organising a little bit of the team. I think we've got 50 team members from Team England going. I think there's around roughly about 20 countries coming. So it's going to be a good tournament. So yeah, I'm over there as an official, as a coach. So I'll be coaching some of the team. I'll be refereeing some of the fights, helping behind the scenes, making sure everything runs smoothly. But usually the tournament runs between 2 to 3 days. So I'm
Okay.
over there till Monday to Monday. So hopefully we'll have a few days where we just kick back and relax and see some. We're in Khmer, which is near the Riviera area. So
Oh, brilliant.
area to go and hope she catch some Turkish rays and get some sun on the skin.
Oh, be nice. Because
It
they,
can't be reachable out there now, so it'd be nice to actually see some sun again.
oh, brilliant. Yeah, it'll be a lot warmer there, won't it?
I think yes, I think it's like 27 degrees at the moment over there, so
Okay.
absolutely perfect temperature. Not too hot, but not too cold.
That's
Definitely shirts and vest top weather still. So that's
it. That's and because them events can go on for like a whole day sometimes, can't they?
like I'm a 5 times world martial arts champion. I've traveled the world, and a lot of people think I've seen the world. I haven't. I've seen four walls of a sports hall in nearly quite a lot of countries.
Yeah.
So yeah, we're over there. Like I said, we get there on the Monday about mid-afternoon. So we'll register the competitors, weigh them in, check they're fine, and then it kind of starts on the next day where the rest of the team arrives. So again, registration, weigh-in, and then we start on the Tuesday, the tournament,
Yeah.
and that will hopefully run all way Tuesday, all through Wednesday, potentially Thursday as well. They usually have a gala show, so it's a night show, or some of the finals they put on. If they have television, it'll be filmed over there for the regional television, so that's always good. And then yeah, like hopefully have maybe a day or two just to enjoy ourselves a little bit as well, because it's not a cheap trip. Our sport's not funded at the moment, so we need to find the finance ourselves. So a lot of families are using it as a holiday as well.
Yeah.
So hopefully they have a few days just to relax and enjoy Turkey. And then we'll be back over here into November. I can't believe it's November.
It's gone so fast, isn't it? But I bet you students are looking forward to getting over there, aren't they?
We train really hard. Like we've got 6 of my students going, and like they qualified in March this year. So they've been working really, really, really hard, training really hard. So it all comes down to the World Championships now. I last time we took a big squad, we went to Jamaica and we came back. I think we had 10 people went and we came back with 8 gold medals.
Oh, wow.
So hopefully we've got 6 going this time. I think we'll come back with at least 8 golds because some of them competing in different disciplines as well.
Yeah.
So yeah, I have high hopes for all of them. I think they're going to do really, really well and come back as world champions, which is amazing.
Brilliant. Yeah, so I know we've seen the videos on the pages and that, and they're all doing really good with it.
They are doing awesome. Like there's, I think the oldest is like 20. I want to say 26. I may be wrong here. One's oldest 26, and they've got the youngest at like 12 and 13. So they can potentially be world champions at that age, which is really, really cool. Like at the moment, we're putting a highlight of each of the members on each day. So we've got another one going out later. It'll be Jaden. So yeah, just kept checking our pages, Infinity Martial Arts and Joe Hallett, and yeah, you check us out. And hopefully, when I'm over there, if the Wi-Fi's good, we may do some live videos as well, which you can see them in action. It's awesome.
Oh, that'd be great. It'd be good to see how everything's going over there.
Yeah, we've got a lot of people at home that want to keep an eye on how they're getting on and supporting them. So we'll do our best to keep everyone updated the best we can.
Oh, brilliant. Is it like a week thing or can it roll on longer?
It won't be any longer than a week. It won't be any longer than a week. Like I said, it can go up to 4 days. I don't think this year it will be because we are low on our numbers just because of COVID.
Yeah.
But I will say, like the Ukraine, we've got a team of Ukraine coming. I think there's 60 competitors from Ukraine, so that's a really amazing thing.
Yeah.
With what they're doing, what they're fighting with the war at the moment, it's pretty awesome them to bring a team over to represent their country. So I'm very, very proud to see them there. But yeah, it's a lot. It's a long days for me because I'm not. I don't really get a chance to sit down. I'm either jumping from behind the desk to on the mat to coach, and then also refereeing. Often I'm the go-to guy to sort things out as well. So often people come to me if they've got a problem, and I have to liaise with my boss and the other people and just try and sort it out. Because I like to make sure everyone who goes over has a really good trip and comes away happy. It doesn't feel like there's issues that could have been fixed by us. Problems happen, things don't go right sometimes, so we just have to sort it out. But yeah, it's I'm looking forward to it because it's been a long time. Like the last time I went abroad was I want to say Jamaica. It must have been Jamaica 2018.
Yeah.
So it's been a long time coming. So it'd be nice to get abroad and just be a different location. Be nice as well.
Oh, that's so. Because everyone's just been sticking to their own countries, I think, for such a long time with everything that's gone on.
Yeah, I think I do agree. I think with the side of COVID, I would prefer to put money back into our economy in the last few years and gone to get day trips to Cornwall. We did that a while back. That was lovely. Went down to Port where Port Wens filmed for Doc Martin, which is and that was really nice. We have some beautiful places in England. So, you know, some lovely places in Scotland and all over the place. So it's worth putting some money back into our economy than take money out and put it somewhere else. So yeah, I think slowly people are now, because flying's easier, there's not so much paperwork to do and
Yeah.
tests to do and all this and that. I think it's a lot easier. And definitely next year we're definitely going to go on our actual holiday for sure.
Oh, that's it. It'd be nice to just jet over and chill properly.
Exactly. Got nothing to do with martial arts, got nothing to do about films. It's just me on a beach, just relaxing. That's what I like.
That's it. Just sitting there listening to the waves and everything.
A cocktail on the side. I'm happy. I'm happy. Yeah.
Like we're just trying to think where we're going next, and we're aiming for America because we haven't, well, the kids haven't been there yet, and I haven't
Okay.
gone since I was 16, so it's been a long time.
Uh, I've been very fortunate. I've been to Florida a few times. I've done, I want to go back because when I went last time, which was around, I think I want to say 2009, they were building the Harry Potter land, and they were building the Star Wars bit as well. So I haven't seen that side of Universal because I always loved Universal and Islands Adventure. I do enjoy those parks. So I
Yeah.
like to go to Florida. Florida's great with the kids. You know, take kids there. I love it. I've obviously been to LA and I've been to San Jose, California. So I've done a bit, but my dream would be to go to New York at Christmas. That
Ah, yeah. See the
just
big
go.
tree.
It's not really a holiday. It's just going to New York for maybe 3 or 4 days and just taking the sights. You know, it's the Rockefeller tree. You know, all the lights, and it's cold at Christmas in New York. It feels very Christmassy. It's like when you go to London, you see the Christmas lights. It's just like gets you all festive, doesn't it? So I would
Oh,
like to go to
that's
New York.
it.
That's probably one place I want to go to as well. Where in America would you like to go?
We're going to Florida again, but we do want to go round a little bit, Canada and a few of the other places. But I think it'll be Florida again because the kids want to see Disney. So
You can't deny that to them. Florida's great. You know, like I said, I've been there a lot, and we used to. We're not very tourists as such, so we always got a hire car, and we used to actually go where the locals went. So we went. I remember we went to a rodeo, which was really cool. I went to a gun range and shot guns in a range. We went to the Everglades and went on a proper airboat ride, but for more the local guys, where you're allowed to
yeah,
drive yourself. I do recommend if you know get a rental car and do go. Don't just obviously Disney, Universal, Islands Adventures, the water parks. Go and do the tourist stuff, but there's quite a bit in Florida that has to offer that's not as touristy, and it's very enjoyable. I do enjoy it. So
there
yeah,
is
Florida.
a Japanese part just out. I don't know the name of it, but it's got a big bridge to it on the outside, and on the inside, there's a it's like tiger, and it was on a chain, and they was just walking it around. And I remember I was like a bit naive, and it was very
Yeah.
late, and I went to stroke it. And my mum was like, "Don't stroke it, it's a tiger, don't touch it." I was like,
I'm not got to that bit. Maybe I missed that bit. I know there's a place called Old Town, which is really cool. I don't know if it's you see the massive slingshot ride.
"Oh, right,
The and it's in Old Town, and we go there quite a lot because there's really nice restaurants inside. There's a little bit of a theme park as well. I've been on Slingshot a few times, and that's fun.
oh,
Once you've done it
cool."
once, right, it's getting in the seat and getting shot up
Yeah.
and down. But yeah, it's funny you say about tigers. I'm actually looking forward to saying because I'm a big animal lover, a huge animal lover. I think if I in a different world, I think I probably would have become an animal keeper or something, probably.
Okay.
All that. So Longleat's just up the road from me, and I always watch the Animal Park show, and I love all that. And last time I took my mum there, we had a meerkat experience. We had all the meerkats on top of us and feeding.
Oh, lovely.
So my mum bought for my birthday. I think it was my birthday. Or was it Christmas? I can't remember. But I'm going to actually feed the tigers and lions. So
Oh, great.
I get put in the cage, and I get all the meat, and they put it on a stick, and they literally drive us into the enclosure, and then like I'm feeding the meat out to all the animals.
Oh,
So
wow.
really looking forward to that. I'm doing that in December. Literally, I think it's the 17th. So it's like and they got the festival lights as well. So yeah, I love animals. I love that. So a little bit skeptical, a little bit, because I don't know how close they're going to get to me. Are they going to be like that to me? I'm not sure. It's obviously safe. It's something they do quite regularly, and then they take us in as well into the into it afterwards on the safari trucks they have. And
Okay.
so yeah, I love animals. I love it. I love animals, and you know what they do with Longleat and stuff. It's great because they look after them. It's not a zoo that's just for tourism. It's they're looking after
They
them.
really
So.
look after them as well.
Yeah, and and they're looking for the breeding process as well. They take animals from there and take them across the world to build the breed back up. So yeah, I'm really excited about that. So yeah,
Oh,
I get on. I'm sure I'll take some photos. I can get some videos in there. The tigers don't
yeah.
part. I will
Oh, that'd be great 'cause I love tigers.
and lions and the mane and just the size of their paws is just
Yeah.
crazy, crazy stuff.
They're
Yeah.
really nice animals. I like all the detail on them as well, and snow leopards. So,
Yeah, the colours, they're so unique. Like I always say to my mum, if I ever win the lottery, I'm gonna have monkeys. I'm gonna have like pet. I'm gonna call one Mojo and I'm train them so they can do all little jobs for me, like go and get me a drink, go and get me the TV controller. Like she said, you have a real weird idea. I said, yeah. I'll be like Michael Jackson with what was his monkey called? I can't remember what it's called.
I always remember Marcel out of Friends. When I think of
Oh,
monks, I think of Marcel.
what's it? Jungle song, in it? In the jungle, the jungle. I'm not gonna sing. Yeah, I
Oh,
love monkeys. They're cheeky. It's like when you go to Longleat and you see them ripping your car apart, but you still think they're cute. It's crazy.
oh, there's actually a monkey world up this way. I think it's more near Matlock Way, and you go through them. They're all loose, and they come up to you and they climb on you and everything. So
I have to look at that up because that sounds amazing. Like honestly, like they're so. Like I said, they're just cheeky. They're just really cheeky monkeys.
that's. But keep your if you're taking bags, keep them
Oh
closed.
yeah, I literally. Like we went last time to Longleat. We took my mum's like old 4x4 because we're like we're not taking my car because I don't want that to get wrecked. Like my mum's old car, we don't mind it getting a little, they take the trim out and stuff. It's fine. Because I know our friend many, many years ago when I was very young, he actually had to be saved by the zookeepers because his car got wrecked. I think they ripped the bonnet.
Oh,
It's so
really?
to them, yeah. So yeah, they do have a big sign there. Beware, if you're going to drive here, you're not taking no responsibility. You may end up with damage on your car, but it's fine.
So
Stuff.
ideally go in their car. Let them take you around. Do they do that there? Do they have like the bus do they take everybody around?
Well, Longleat, you can drive it. You driving yourself. It's a drive-through safari. I do think they may do tours. Where there is a bus you can go on. I think periodically throughout the day. But yeah, we always go in our car and just you got your own kind of flow. Then you can go at your own pace.
I get, yeah.
You
Because
get to see the animals that way.
the last time I went, we had a camel sit on our boot and we couldn't drive for ages. So it was like, move, get your bum
How
off.
They usually have they usually have when they open up, they usually have the white safari trucks around. So often they'll keep an eye on the animals if they're misbehaving. I know the wolves can be very, very problematic at times. I think they can cause problems. The wolves
Oh,
nicking
is the
like
wolves there?
yeah. Well, they did.
Oh,
I
cool.
know they recently lost a few wolves, but I know they've got a pack there still, and they seem to like the alloyed wheels on cars, like the rip off the wheel.
I like to play with them like frisbees.
Yeah, yeah. But no, 100%. I love animals and love doing that kind of stuff. So yeah, it's gonna be awesome. So yeah, I'll definitely put out some pictures if I can get close to them and see how they get on.
Great. I like animals, and I've got a soft spot for sloths. They're just
See, I'm not
cute.
sure about sloths. It's just the long claws and just.
It's because they need to hold on tight to everything. So,
I, when I think sloth, I think of the sloth in what's it called? Metro. It's a cartoon,
Zootopia.
animated film.
Zootopia with the bunny.
Yeah,
Yeah.
yeah, and he's on like, customer service, and that's quite a funny scene. I mean, that is like normal customer service. Isn't it? Computer says no.
Oh, it's flash 100 dash, isn't it?
Yeah, yeah. I love, do you know what? Like, I'm 31 now, but some animated films still, like The Incredibles, like when that's on, I still have to watch The Incredibles. And you know, what did I watch the other day? That was another animated film. Oh, was it? I think it was one of the Halloween ones. I don't know. It's oh, I can't remember. Monster. I don't know. It's Monster House or something else. But yeah,
Oh yeah.
animated films are still so good. Still I do. I don't envy some of the kids now on their kids TV though. Kids TV is a bit strange. I don't think I used to have Dexter's Laboratory. Was it the Flower Puff Girls? Johnny.
That's it.
And when I was really young, it was Rosie and Jim, Fireman Sam. Like they ruined Fireman Sam for me. Like Postman Pat, he came from the birthday once, Postman Pat.
Oh, when I was young, it was all Dungeons and Dragons.
Oh, see, I've never see. I'm a huge Big Bang Theory fan. Like I know it. Big Bang's my thing. Like I know every word for word, every episode, and I know they do obviously Dungeons and Dragons in the series, and I never kind of was my thing, but I feel like I want to try Dungeons and Dragons, and they got the film coming out, which looks amazing. Like
Oh wow. I haven't seen the clip for it.
I think they've only put a poster out. It's coming out next year.
Okay.
The cast list is ridiculous. I think they've got Pierce Brosnan, they've got Chris Pratt. I think they've got loads of people involved in it. It's going to be interesting how they take a imaginary board game
Yeah.
and into a film, because the idea of Dungeons and Dragon, it's not a set game, it's your imagination that makes the game.
Yeah.
So I'm intrigued to see how they turn that into a film.
Yeah. It'd be interesting to see if they base it more on the game or whether it's going to be based on the cartoon, because the
Yeah,
cartoon was really easy.
it was great. Like I used to love Thundercats as well, and they're basically doing a live action Thundercats. So I just think I hope Hollywood doesn't ruin our childhood
Yeah.
many times. Like so many things they've done, and you're like, oh, they just ruined it. Like they're not.
Because they
Like I'm a
redid it, didn't they?
Ninja
Thundercats.
Turtles for me. Like I love Ninja Turtles. Like I did enjoy the reboots with Michael Bay. They're just different. I think they're just more modern. But the latest cartoon, I don't know what they've done to it. They're drawing them really weird, square heads and awful stuff. Yeah, not
It's
good.
gone a little bit crazy with some of it. I know the kids put on Thundercats and it just looked like this really messy drawing. I was like, no.
It looked like they made it out of Play-Doh, like some of the shapes of the bodies. Like I don't know why they have to mess so much with our childhood. Really, it ruins things a little bit. And I would like to introduce what I love to when I had kids. That my generation, the stuff we saw, and they may see a bit different. We have to wait and see. Yeah.
That's it. We keep putting some of the old stuff on. Just go, look, this is what we watched. It's good.
So yeah, so much better. Like I remember my cousins got born. They were really into In the Night Garden, and they don't speak. They just make noises like. I'm like, how? You wonder why kids get to primary school and can't speak because they're watching TV that don't make any words. Like we had these, but at least they had a moon that talked, or the sun. Wasn't
They did
the
say
sun?
some things, didn't they? Or you had that one with the knock the door. I can't remember what that
Yeah,
was. Is it emu or something? They say who's at the door.
yeah.
Do
I
you
can't remember.
remember that? Oh, that's a really old one. Hey, I'm showing my age here. I'm shutting up.
I just remember always want to try Teletubby custard. The pink custard on Teletubby. I was like, as a weird kid, like, I'm gonna try some of that. It's just a load of gunk, but it looks quite tasty.
Oh,
No,
there's so much crazy stuff
no.
online now.
I think we definitely same with music. I think our music's so much better in the 80s, the 90s. It's
Yeah,
proof that they're sampling that music now. They're taking music that's been created years ago and we're just re-sampling it now because there's not as much original stuff. So
that's.
yeah.
I mean, I'm watching Stranger Things at the moment, and it's like seeing all the 80s stuff. I'm like getting all nostalgic, going, "Oh yeah, 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 I can remember all that."
That's the thing. We had that with the Papal soundtrack. Like you may when you watch it, when they go into the bunk, the fort, where the massacre happens,
Yeah.
can't be spoiled, called Paintball Massacre, you hear some 80s synth going on, and that's thanks to our composer Patrick Gilbert. We said I wanted some sort of kind of thriller 80s kind of thing going on with that, and we did that. And again, Stranger Things brought all that back. You know, I've only watched series one. I haven't watched the series yet. You may.
Oh,
I've. I thought it was a good series. It was nothing special for me. I think it was just overhyped. I think I came in it quite late, and I think I heard so much good stuff about it. So when I watched it, my expectation was like up here, and
yeah.
it lowered. Like I get it. I enjoy it. I mean, you know, I will watch the other episodes and the other series later on, but it wasn't mind blowing for me. Like some,
Yeah.
like
I
Game of
kept
Thrones.
seeing pictures, but I didn't know much of the storyline. So for me, it was easier to get into. But the storylines do progress for the
Yeah,
seasons,
that's
and
what you get more to do with the characters. I think obviously the first series is a lot more what's going on, you
yeah,
know, the upside down thing going on. But later on, they just develop the characters more, and you get behind them more. And it's I definitely give it a go again. Because my sister's very into conspiracy theories and things like that. She's one of them. Okay.
X-Files and everything.
But yeah. Anyway, so I actually bought her the book, and it's called the Montauk Project. And they
Okay.
said what Stranger Things was based on. And it's a true story in a place in Montauk in America where they had a American military base where they did experiment with time travel and people that are mediums that can read minds and predict the future. And that is, if you look, it is a book out called The Montauk Project. Check it out. I bought it for my sister because I said to her, she loves Stranger Things. I said, well, this is actually kind of what Stranger Things was built on. This true story. It's
Yeah.
written by guys that actually got experimented on. So if
Oh,
you're into that,
wow.
it's worth checking out. You know, I'm a very open minded person. Um,
Yeah.
so it is interesting, you know, great series. They've done amazing. The Duffer Brothers have done an amazing thing with the series. You know, so yeah, I'm a big Game of Thrones fan, but I'm not a huge fan of Witcher. Like I'm not. I love Henry Cavill.
Okay.
I
Yeah.
love Henry Cavill. Henry Cavill as an actor, man. Even you know, but I'm not heavily on the fantasy side when it comes to Witcher. I
I
love the
get
action.
you.
But yeah, so I love Game of Thrones. I'm watching House of Dragons at the moment. It's not up to par with the Game of Thrones, but I'm enjoying it. I've just started watching Moon Knight. I don't know if you've seen that, the
I've seen
Marvel
that one
series.
yet. Oh, I like to get into it all. It's when I watch something, I tend to watch it back to back until I watch it, and then I start another. So,
Well, I mean, it's too much. My list is just so much content out there. I think that's the problem as well. There's too much content out there, so people spread across a lot of platforms. Like, but yeah, I started watching Moon Knight. Lucky I met the directors before they directed this. I met them at the
cool.
Glasgow Film Festival. Aaron and Justin, amazing guys. It just goes to show you can be an independent filmmaker and be noticed by big studios like Marvel because they've
That's
done
great.
amazing stuff. And then they directed, and I think they're directing Loki too right now as well.
Oh
Um,
wow.
I'm watching Moon Knight. It's an interesting series. It's got to do with Egypt and pharaohs and kings, and yeah, great action, really cool. I'm on to the last two episodes now, so I'll hopefully watch them later today. But yeah, I think that's the problem. There is so much going on now. Like Amazon Prime's got their stuff, Marvel and Disney have got their stuff, and you've got Hulu and you've got iTunes. You've got so much going on Apple TV. Like, where do we stop? They're all competing, aren't they? Where do
Oh,
we
there's
stop?
so many out there, isn't there? But I
Yeah,
think it's really good when you've got like a good range of films that you like. Some people are just like, no, I only like that genre. That's all I'm sticking to. But
I'm a big believer. Like I've sat down before and watched a film, which I would think I'd never watch, and fully enjoyed it. Like I've actually watched I remember a film, and it's based about the guy who invented the window wipers, the alternating window wipers.
okay,
Really? Like, how's that going to be a film? It was amazing. You just couldn't stop because it just goes for his life because basically Ford and various other film car companies basically took his idea and tried to rip him off, basically. And he actually took them to court, and he actually won the lawsuit. But he lost his family, lost his wife,
All
he
right.
lost his money throughout the process because he was so fixated. I want them to say it was my idea, and they took it from me. It was a great film. I can't remember what it's called, but things like that, like a film about window wipers. Like, how's that going to be fun? It was, you know. I think if you go in with an open mind to anything, and because I love action. I love a bit of comedy. I love superheroes, as you can tell about my office. But romance. Sometimes romantic films are great. Sometimes I'm not a huge fan of horror. You would be surprised.
Oh,
I'm,
really?
yeah, making a dark comedy horror. I'm not a huge fan of horror. I can watch horror films. I
Yeah.
just find the idea of scaring yourself half to death not enjoyable. To be honest.
Yeah.
I watch them in daylight. I'm one of those wimps. I'm probably holding a pillow with me as well. Just
Oh yeah,
you know.
you got to have a pillow for watching a scary film.
Funny, 'cause I got the Halloween party this Friday for my kids at Martial Arts Club, Infinity Martial Arts, and I say choice because we do a movie, so we will do the games and stuff, and then we sit down and watch a movie on the projector. So I said, any suggestions? I said, obviously, it's got to be already a 12A film. So I was like, we're looking at Monster House. What was it? Casper, Scoob, some of the horror Halloween based but kids based ones.
Yeah.
And they were going, let's do it. Let's do it. And then one other said something else. Someone said Hocus Pocus. Now, Hocus Pocus for me as a child is a scary film.
As a kid
Like,
can be, yeah.
I don't think I didn't like it as a child. And I haven't watched the sequel yet. I've had mixed reactions to
Oh,
the
it's
sequel.
good.
But yeah, same as The Witches. Like The Witches, I hated that film. Just the makeup, and even the new one with Anne Hathaway. Just the makeup and the teeth
Oh,
and
Witches was so, yeah. The new version of
like,
Witches was a bit.
yeah. I'm not. So yeah, I've had kids. I think we watched Goosebumps last time, and I had one of the kids scared, and he sat next to me, and
Oh,
I'm just like, I got to be sensible here. One of them said, "Let's watch your film." I was like, no. I don't think the players would be appreciated more for the swear words than anything. It's not really. Let's be honest. Paper Masker is not a full-on horror. It's a horror comedy. It's a slasher. You see the aftermath of what happens, not
yeah.
actually. And that was made by design. We didn't want it to be an all right gore fest.
Yeah.
I think that plays better for what we achieved.
To reach most people then that way.
Yeah, exactly. We when we were distributing it in the US, my distributor was like, "We're going to go for horror. We're going to say it's a horror film because that sells better." I'm like, "Fine." But I understand comedy is very hard to sell internationally because most countries have different humor. Like our British humor is very different to American humor. Like we've seen our TV shows in England get changed to American ones, sitcoms, and they just aren't right. Like The Office
Yeah.
US and The Office UK, completely different for me. Ricky Gervais and Steve Coogan, it's like just different.
Flipping the coin in it.
We don't take our sense of humor and our sarcasm as much in America for sure.
Yeah, I like our sarcasm. I think Ricky Gervais just nails it every time.
Another thing, I haven't watched Afterlife 3 yet. I've watched the first two series, but he's a clever man. Like for a guy who can make you cry and laugh at the same time. Like that series, I'm building myself up for it because I know it's so an emotional roller coaster. Have you watched Afterlife?
Anything that's teary, I avoid because I'm an
Yeah,
emotional wreck when it
Afterlife
comes
one.
to.
Richie Face, obviously the story of it. He lost his wife and he basically wants to kill
Oh,
himself. You
yeah, is
know,
that the one we've seen ghosts?
no, don't see ghosts. No, he's
Oh,
got a
I'm
dog.
thinking of one
He's
then.
very, he's just like I say, he's got moments of pure sadness, and then the next breath he do some.
Oh, I know the one
You
you mean.
know, and
Yeah.
he's got the third one out, and I haven't watched it yet, and I feel I got to build myself up to it because it's back tissues there, and it's going to happen. He's going to do something to you. He's going to rip your heart apart, and then next breath make you laugh out loud. That's what I love about filmmaking as well. I like to emotionally, make emotion to people. I want them to enjoy, laugh, and smile and cry to whatever you made. You've done a good job if you look in the cinema and you're seeing people react the way you want them to in certain things. That's with paintball. Like, there are certain lines in it that I was like, that's going to be a funny line. And then you're in the cinema or the screenings, and you hear people laugh at those lines, but then also they laugh at things you think, I didn't find that funny, but they did. Yeah, it's good.
Oh, it's good. It's nice when you can actually physically see it, because I know when they're in the houses, you can't actually see everyone's reactions. So would you say that's the best part, was sitting in that room then?
We were lucky in the sense that I wanted to have a very small cinema release in the UK. That just wasn't possible because when we released it, it was just after COVID. So things were still, it was just not financially viable because you wouldn't get packed houses that we needed to make it pay itself. But we did a small screening before COVID kind of really kicked into us. And it was with the cast in a Soho screening rooms, and they've not seen the film. The only people that have seen it was myself, the writer Chris, and obviously the composer Patrick. So all the cast came in. It was a very intimate screen. I think we had a maximum of 20 people or something allowed in there, and they obviously when you're part of a film, it's different to when you see the finished project, because you can never see, even if you see stuff from the camera's angle, you never get the full how it all comes together at the end.
Yeah.
So that I was very, very, very nervous because I didn't know what their reactions would be, and it was amazing. Like Natasha, she was laughing. Aoife brought some friends, and she laughed. And Lee, it was great. Lee's funny because Lee came up to me at the end. He was like, "I was like, do you enjoy?" He said, "Oh, it was great. Well done, well done." He's like, "But no one laughed at any of my lines." I was like, I said, "We laughed at your steps line.
Yeah.
Everyone that was an ad-lib thing. Honestly, hands up. I did not
Really?
have that in the script, and I did not say to Lee, I want you to mention steps in the film. I did not do that to him. Literally, he came up to me that day and said, listen, I'm going to say something in this. Do you think it'll be all right? And I said, what is it? He said, I'm going to say, I go and find help. I go and find steps. I went, mate, put it in there. Let's see if it plays well. And first time he did it, we all laughed. We could use it. And then the second time he did it, we were able to just get enough all chucked up again. So we put that in there. But yeah, I said to Lee, like, your character's different though. Like, I'm not going to spoil the film, but you start off with the film where his mental health is not good.
Yeah.
And by the end of the film, he's in a better place. And I think that's the best character. I think Lee's character in the film playing Nathan is amazing. Like, from where he is to, he becomes basically a hero at the end for me.
Yeah.
And he has a great, great role in it. So
It was really good 'cause you saw him grow in like the film. You could just see him growing through it, which was really good.
everyone sees Lee, he's a member of Steps, hip hop band Steps. So we hear him dance, we hear him sing, and but you need to praise him up for his acting ability as well. Like, if you just don't see that side and just watch him as an actor, he just played that role amazing. It's the best, most screen time he's ever had. So yeah,
Right.
I hope he does more. I know he's doing Panto again, which
Is
is
it?
a little bit different, Panto. But yeah, I think he deserves to get a lot more film roles as well because he's definitely got a lot of talent there,
Oh,
100%.
definitely. Because usually you don't know when the singers, whether they're going to take to putting all the emotion in. Because obviously when you're singing, you try and smile all the time for everyone. And they've just
Yeah,
started to put more emotion into songs and things now, I think. They're expressing themselves more. So when we watched the film, I was like, oh, he's doing really good with the acting. It was just as good as the singing. Like everyone's doing really good.
wrong here, but I think Lee did go to drama school, did something acting training in some way in his younger years before he went into the whole singing and became part of the amazing band of Steps. But yeah, like you said, music's so powerful, and if you're a true musician, you would understand that you can really change someone's mood by music.
Yeah.
So yeah, seeing artists actually bring out emotion to their songs. You can definitely, if they're a songwriter themselves, they wrote the song themselves, and it means something to them. You can see that in them when they're
Yeah.
singing it, and they understand it. Like, obviously there's other artists that play commercially dance music or rap music, and they talk about money, relationships, or sex, or whatever it always, but certain songs are very emotionally driven, like Adele, like unbelievable voice, and recent songs that she's brought out a new album, and even Capaldi, Lewis Capaldi. Like I was never a huge fan of his music initially because I felt it was very depressive. Like I
Yeah.
listen, a bit depressed now,
I
but his
can't
latest,
take him serious because I
no,
sang with him and he kept changing glasses all the way through. I was like, stop changing glasses.
his persona doesn't match his music. If you get me, like he just doesn't take himself serious, which I love. It's a breath fresh air. Let's be honest. He doesn't care what people think about him. He's come out saying he's got Tourette's, which is another amazing thing that he's brought that condition into the media. And but yeah, it's weird because you look at him and go, yeah, that's not the same guy singing that song, And his latest one, when his whole video is basically Club Tropicana,
Yeah.
and he's in the lilo and he's just in his pants, and it's just, it's funny, but he's a great musician and singer, and like unbelievable. Like we need more people like that in this world where we don't care what other people think. There's too much going to the social media thing. There's so many people worried about what other people are thinking about them instead of what they're thinking about themselves. They'll get into debt just to make their fake followers look at me, I'm living life like this, and really they're not. You can become very fake on the social media, can't you, these days? And it's not
Yeah.
right. You don't
But
fake it, you make it. It doesn't work. It doesn't work. Just enjoy life and just show people who you are truly.
I mean, we saw a video of someone on a jet and they kept filming on this jet. And then it showed you afterwards, they'd literally just gone and sat in one for a day. And it was just like a model one. It wasn't even a real plane. So
Yeah,
it shocks you.
it's the youngsters as well because they so believe it as well. Like I'm not a huge fan of reality TV. I think the only thing I really enjoy is I'm a Celebrity.
Yes.
Um, like the whole Big Brother thing and the whole Made in Chelsea and Towie and all that stuff. It is all put on. Like I've had castings for those things. There's
Okay.
all written. It isn't like, oh my god, they've just walked into a restaurant. There's an ex-girlfriend there. No, that's planted. And if people believe that, like Love Island, I just, I'm maybe you're a fan. I'm not. Yeah, it's a weird thing where our youngsters are like they're their role models. But when I was a
Yeah.
kid, my role models were people like Jackie Chan, Bruce Lee, Richard Branson, Alan Sugar, people that have really accomplished things in life. And now kids are like their role models are people on Love Island or a footballer who's kicking a ball around the pitch and getting paid millions of pounds a week. Yeah, it's strange, very
Everyone's
strange.
got different things now. It's like for me, I don't know if you've heard of it, Melissa Joan Hart. So
Yeah.
yeah, she was in Clarissa when I was younger, and I was like around her age when she was playing Clarissa, and literally it was sort of everything I was into. I was into, so I sort of grew up watching everything she was in because it was like, oh, she likes cars, I love cars, and yeah, I was there. I had this swivel chair from a dressing table. I was there, turning it on its side, pretending it was steering wheel and everything.
They know what? That's again, I think as well. Like we had to use our imagination. Like we used to go out and make forts in the garden and climb trees, and we would play pirates down at the lake or the river. Like kids now have the imagination's gone because they've got it in games.
Yeah,
Like they can put a headset on and be in this imaginary world. I remember when I was at primary school and I get told, okay, here's the first line of the story, and you get the end of the line of the story, and you had to make up the story in the middle. And I think kids these days would struggle to make up stories a little bit because everything's given to them on a plate now with imagination. It's already there at the fingertips. Like kids now can ask Alexa
yeah.
what about their homework. We have to use our noggins a little bit and actually look at books and stuff. So I don't envy kids what they've dealt with. Like I was born in '91, so I felt I was a really good generation because I still was involved with you still had to go knock on your mate's door. to ask
Yeah.
them to go out, and you still had to do stuff outdoors. We had dial-up internet, so you couldn't be on the phone. You had that awful
It
noise.
was so loud,
You
wasn't it?
players, I didn't even have CD players when I was going. I had cassette players, and then slowly things started to progress in technology. We had CD players. I had the Walkman that you see in Home Alone, and then social media started to come about when I was in secondary school. We had the thing of Bebo and
Oh
MySpace. I wasn't on Bebo, I was on MySpace, but you had to be like a coding expert when it came to MySpace. But yeah, I think we were brought into the whole electronic stuff, and I think we still remember what it used to be like.
yeah.
Our kids are born with phones before they're the age of 10, and I don't think it's good. I don't think it's good.
They all get them quite young now, don't they? You see them like little toddlers with them in their hands.
With iPhones, parents giving their kids iPhones just to distract them, and it's not good. Like my opinion has always been, if your child is going out on their own, so if they're going out to see their friend, go downtown or go shopping or whatever, that's the moment when you give them a phone, because that's the moment when you need to make sure where they are, who they are with, and that safety. Yeah,
Yeah.
but until that moment, there's no reason why they should have a phone, because they've got books, they've got computers at home. They don't need a phone. And I think they just need a. Yeah, I think again, reading. I don't. I'm never been a huge reader. My mum's a massive reader,
Yeah.
but I've started getting back into reading, and it's amazing. Like reading a book, and just yeah, I think my kids that don't read books now is quite shocking. I remember when Harry Potter was coming out, and used to queue up to get the books. That's it's gone now. It's all people queuing up and
Everything's
like
all online as well,
yeah,
digital books.
games now. They're queuing up in a queue to get a digital game or a song or something that just goes automatically into their album or whatever library. Yeah, it's strange. Strange. I'm just seeing
Like
who's watching.
we homeschool ours. So I wrote a book about 2 years ago. I've never fully published it though. I sent it to a publisher, but then I had
Mm-hmm.
so much going on health-wise that I've got it. It's all been sent back to myself, so I copyrighted it. But the kids
Yeah, you should
even did
pick it up. You
it.
should. You should honestly like. The amount of celebrities now are doing kids books, like that's their side thing. They just writing kids books. But honestly, my mum's the same. She would love, now she's retired, it's something she may like to do, write a book. And it's so easy now to publish, self-publish. You can get it on Amazon. You can have physical copies made via Amazon. And yeah, so what was it? What was the genre of your book?
It was about kids and understanding like this basically they started off in a house and it was just like the very young kids so it needed the toilet but they couldn't and they were in the jungle so it was all like where they were going in the jungle and everything. It was
Okay, but do
all
you know what?
fun.
There's markets for that. Like David Walliams, he's become a millionaire because of his kids' books. And honestly, I'm a huge believer. Like this is with paintball. I've never produced a feature film in my life. I've obviously done film work before. I've worked behind scenes and in front camera, but I've never produced a feature film. And to take on a film like that and to get it to the level where it is now worldwide, it is incredible. And I think just don't give up on your dreams. And I think just even if pick it up, write another book. If one publisher says no, go to another one. Like
Yeah.
that's what I did with paintball. Like we went through distributor to distributor. Eventually, one Uncorked loved it and took it on. Same as for digital. There's always going to be people that are going to say no, it's not for us. But you should never take anything personally. It's just their taste and choice. And
Yeah.
loves it, and it huge thing. The kids kind of book industry is ridiculous, like unbelievable.
I'll
So
have
yeah,
to
definitely,
try it. The kids
you
used to
should.
act it out. I used to get them to act it when they were little. I used to go and they were running and they'd be running around the front room and everything. So, but it was just one of a few because I wrote a sort of thriller as well. But it was like at the time I got to keep calming it down because I was putting a bit too much detail in there. So like when I'd be talking about a car that was acting mysteriously, I'd be giving like too much about the car. So I had to keep like changing it down.
A bit Fleming when he has like two chapters, the whole chapter about a golf game in Goldfinger.
Yeah.
But no, I'm writing a script. I'm writing the new script for my next film, and I'm the same. I've never written a script in my life. I've again been involved with script development, but never actually penned a script. So I've started writing it, and I'm new to it. I may be doing things that are wrong, maybe things I'm doing right, but I'm just going to get to the draft. I'm looking forward to at Christmas time. I'm actually going to spend time finishing it off, and then I'm going to send it to people. Obviously Chris Regan, the writer of Playboy Massacre, a few other filmmakers, and just ask their input, because you got to put your work out there and see what other people think and learn from the process. And not take things too much to heart. But I'm very narrative as well in that sense. I like to explain scenes very detailed and very like, I know Quentin Tarantino's a bit like that in regards to his scripts. They're very like more like a story than a script or a screenplay, because I'm very visual. So I like, obviously if I'm directing the film as well, I kind of know how I want the scene to look, how I want it to be. So I kind of put that in the script as well. And hopefully that helps. But yeah, honestly, you should just keep on writing and just go for it. Like, put it out there, because like I said, nowadays it's so much easier to put things out there on Amazon, and I know you can self-publish and do really well in self-publishing, you know, and you own all the rights. So
just try and get it set up. I know I've sent myself a copy. My brother's already published one, so I'm like, hey, you better you doing it. So he's getting there, but
absolutely go for it. Like, I know Chris Regan, my writer people, he's put out quite a few series. I've actually got, I've got one of his books, and let me find it. So yeah, he did a series. There we go. He did a series. There we go. That's it. There. Nice little book. Nice little book. It's called Well, it was he made a character many years ago called Jenny Ringo, who's like a witch, a teenage witch, a bit like Sabrina, I would say. Yeah, that's it. This is the Jenny Ringo and their House of Fear. And yeah, it's a lovely, lovely little book. He's put it out there, so do check out Jenny Ringo. If you like paintball, that kind of humor, then this book is out there. He's done another thriller as well. But yeah, honestly, just put your work out there, because there's always someone out there that wants to read that kind of thing.
I'll try to. I usually go into stupid voices.
I keep nagging you now, and I keep nagging you, waiting for a copy. Yeah? You could be the next J.K. Rowling. You never know.
I'll have to show it you, because I've got it. I sent it myself so I could copyright it, because every night they'd go, tell me a story, and I was like, no, you want to read one that you've just bought? And they'd be like, no, we want that one. So I was like, okay, and I had to like keep doing it every night.
Kids are brutal as well, and therefore your own kids are brutal. So if they like it, and other people will. You know, they often don't like anything their mum or dad do. So.
It's because I'm silly. So that's
what I mean. I teach kids. You know, that's most of my club is about 80% children. So just keep me down with the kids and laugh and fun and stuff. You know, keeps me my youth a little bit. So.
You know, when I first started the face paint, and that was originally my daughter dared me to film myself doing Harley Quinn, but I didn't realise I clicked public. I thought it was just like
thing, and you thought it was just for you, but
yeah, I was just like seeing everyone come. I was like, I know them. I watched their series, and I was like, oh my god, it's live.
Pleasant mistake to happen. Like, maybe you have never actually done it live if you didn't do that mistake. You know, I think a few things I've done like that, and I think that was not meant to happen, but it worked out well. So yeah, it's good stuff. Good stuff.
You've done stunt work as well, haven't you?
Oh god, yeah. That's kind of where I came from, really, in the film world. Like, I obviously my martial arts background. I've been doing martial arts since the age of 7. I'm 31 now, so work out the maths yourself. I'm terrible at maths. But I became a 5 times world martial arts champion, and I do a lot of acrobatics, flips, a thing called martial arts tricking, which is martial arts combined with gymnastics. And also do the weapons. Nunchaku is my main weapon. Bow staff, sword. So I kind of fell very easily into the film world, because what I do is the performance martial arts. So at the age of 16, I saw my instructors and people that I've been trained with who are a bit older than me going into the film world and doing very, very well for themselves. So I kind of asked them some questions and how do you do it? And I just gained contacts through that. And I did my first few films when I was 15 and 16. Mainly I was a ninja because I looked really young.
Sure.
And in those kind of films, I looked too young for any of the roles, but I was a ninja getting beaten up and stuff,
All right.
which was cool. And yeah, I've just been very fortunate in the way of being offered roles in some really good films. I did Green Street 3 with Scott Adkins, who's a huge action star now. I also did a series called Street Fighter Assassin's Fist, which is directed by my good friend Joey Ansar, written by Christian Howard and Joey. And I got flown over to Bulgaria for that. And
Oh, wow.
an experience. It's based on the game Street Fighter, which
Yeah.
was on the book many years ago. And it's a very, very, one of the best, I think it's critically acclaimed best Street Fighter series, game adaptation film series you've ever watched. Do check it out. I know there's a lot on YouTube. You can get it on Netflix, I think, now, and Amazon and a few other things. And I stunt doubled one of the main characters in it, Master Kutetsu, who's played by Toga Aguara. And yeah, I've met, and we're just a family, that group of people that worked with in that film. We've all stuck together, and that was 2013 we did that. So we're all still talking and chatting. I know Mike Moe, who played Ryu in it. He played Bruce Lee in Tarantino's Once Upon a Time in Hollywood. So Mike's done really well for himself. He's now doing, I think, the new 47 Ronin's coming out. He was in that with Akira. He was also in the film. So yeah, we've done, and Joey's gone on to do amazing things. He was in Old Guard with Charlize Theron and Slow Horses. So yeah, everyone involved in that film has done really well. And then I did a film, maybe a film you may have heard of, called Fury with Brad Pitt.
Yeah.
It's a World War II series. I worked on that for 3 months as one of the special action guys, jumping off tanks, shooting guns. That was a really amazing experience. I'm one of probably 4 people out of the 90 core crew that got their face on camera. I'm actually senior in it. If you watch it, it's when they're going to the German town. Brad Pitt's in the tank, says clear the alleyway. A soldier runs forward with a gun and goes like this to wave them through, and that was me. So if you check that's me there. I'm in it all the way through it. I'm in it all the way through, but that moment you get to see my face, and that was an amazing experience. To it felt like you were at war at times. In the cold mud, with explosions going off and stuff. But it's like being a kid though. You're playing a fantasy. So yeah, that was amazing, Fury. But yeah, I've worked on some amazing films as a stunt performer. I've been fortunate to work with some great guys like Joey, Jude Powell, and also Pete Padero, another top stunt coordinator. I've been very lucky enough to gain contacts and using my skills that I have through martial arts and through gymnastics and weapons that it caters to that world. But I love to perform. So I like the acting side of it as well. I've never gone 100% down the stunt world just because I feel as a stunt performer, you do make an actor look good.
Yeah.
And you don't get as much praise for it. You watch Batman, you watch Superman, you watch all these superhero guys. Those guys are doing the acting, but then you've got the stunt double doing all the hardcore, amazing stuff. Like the argument still with Oscars. Why is Oscars not giving a stunt performer awards? Like it's a shock because they give out awards in films for action, but not stunts. And so yeah, it's a weird industry. But I love it. I love doing stunts. I love getting beaten up. I'm always up for getting thrown about and chucked through glass and tables and stuff.
Is it as painful as it looks?
It can be. It can be. You pad up. You always have pads on, but you are doing the stunt for real most of the time. You may have wires on you. You may have mats underneath you, but you are generally doing that move. You're doing that stunt. You're getting chucked in the air. When I got my head smashed through a glass, it's sugar glass, so it quickly, but you still get a lump. You're still going to hurt yourself. There have been stunt performers who have sadly died or been very injured in stunts nowadays. And again, that goes down to the CGI. CGI nowadays, you can do anything you want with computer graphics. So the stunt world are trying to push the boundaries further in real life, and they're just pushing stunts sometimes a little too far in my eye. you don't need to have a real person do that stunt. It won't look no different if you have a computer generated person, but they risk someone's life by doing it. You know, so yeah, same as the whole Russ gun situation on the Alec Baldwin film.
Yeah.
You should never have live rounds on a film set anyway. And you shouldn't have a gun. If a gun has to be pointed to a camera, there should be no one behind the camera anyway. The technology now, you can remotely control a camera, can remotely control everything.
Yeah.
So you can set up the camera, you can set up everything, and have all the crew miles away. And the gun could be pointed at the camera, but it can be all remotely changed from somewhere else.
Yeah.
You don't need one behind the camera, you see. So it is, yeah, I could go into worlds like that. So yeah, stunts is a strange industry to be in. And you never want to say no. I also think that's a problem as well. If you say no to something, it's such a small knitted community. People hear you said no to a stunt, and they go, "Well, I won't use them again." You know, they want people to do it. And sometimes you know your boundaries. You know your boundaries, and your life isn't worth risking to just do something and get out of your boundary. If you can only jump X amount of feet, you don't want to go above that because you never know what could happen. So yeah, definitely.
Oh, so when did you get into the acting side of it fully?
Well, I loved, like I said, as a kid, I loved performing and all that kind of stuff. My mum saw that in me, so she did enroll me in Stagecoach for a number of years when I was younger. I was good at the acting side. I was okay with the dance side, but singing is not for me. I'm tone deaf when it comes to singing. You won't see me in any music that way. But so yeah, I loved acting, and I think falling into the action films, doing the stunts, there are moments and opportunities come about where you're a stunt performer, but you're able to do something on camera. You may be able to say a line, or you're playing a henchman or something, and you just feel, and that kind of grew more and more, and I able to get a few more roles like that. But paintball was my kind of opening. As a producer, I was like, I want to put myself in this film. I'm not taking on a major role, I'm not taking on a lead role, I'm not that, but I want to give myself an opportunity to show people that I can act. So take the role of Aiden, which is a smaller role in the film, I was able to show people, and people were like, you're really quite good at it. I know quite a few people watching think it's a bit cringeworthy because I know you and you don't act like that, but that's acting, isn't it? You know,
I like it. It's good.
I've never done any proper dramas training or anything like that. I've just learnt it on the job, really, which a lot of people do nowadays. You know, the old traditional way of learning, going to drama school, acting school, and you know, you're going through the theatre more and more things like that. You're not getting taught as much about movies and how you do on TV screen. So it's interesting. But again, I've been very fortunate to work with filmmakers who've given me the chance to test my skills in front camera. And it's very fortunate to be able to do that. I'm just checking out. Flynn's joined as well, a few other people I know.
Yeah, no fun.
Guys, how's good? How's it going? Awesome. My phone's flashing up. I'm losing battery here. So
That's how long we've been chatting.
yeah,
But I'll tell you quickly with your film, I always judge things like if I can get over the fact that yeah, I know them or what they're like and things, and then if I can get past that and fully immerse myself into a film, then I know it's like, oh yeah, this is really good. And that's what I found. I was like watching yours. It was like, oh no, 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 no. I was like, after a few minutes, I was like, oh god, they're doing really good in this. Oh my god.
Obviously, you know Tony in it. Other people went in. It's quite interesting because I sent it to Ian Ferger, who plays the killer in the film, and he said to me, Joe, you've done amazing, because he said, halfway through, I was enjoying it so much, I forgot I was in the film.
Oh, brilliant.
He was the killer. He said, I'm watching this and really immerse myself in this film. You've done amazing. And again, Paul Holbrook from Bristol, who's an amazing director and has done absolutely amazing films. Checking out. He was played Marshall Eddie in it, not Eddie. Marshall Gary, I think. And he watched it on the screening day, and he said to me, you've done an amazing job because you've done it as an ensemble cast. He said, there's in a film where you're leading with one character or one main role. You've got a bunch of casts, and each and every one of them has a moment in the film. Yeah. And that was one thing we did with the script. We made sure Chris wrote moments for each of the characters, so you understood who they were, why they're there, what's gone on in their life, and you kind of get to know each other. And by the end, you're rooting for certain characters. Like something like mine, you're like, oh, wait, him dead. He's dead. Yeah, I don't want him alive. You know. And there's other ones like Lee's character where you really want him to survive the film. And there's like Natasha, who is amazing in it. Says it like it is. You just go like, even though she's a bitch, you enjoy her. She's great. And same as Aoife, the stoner about Fast and Furious. Yeah, honestly, that's down to Chris. That's down to our writer Chris, and as well the acting. But yeah, I'm really proud and really happy. I'm really chuffed that you enjoyed the film, and I hope everyone else is watching. Yeah. Goes and check out Paintball Massacre. It's a great film. Yeah, I even got, there you go. There's the killers. I got literally. There he is there. Awesome. But yeah, it's yeah,
it's a good job you got your light on. Come with the screen.
No, it's good stuff. Glad you enjoyed the film. Really, really proud.
Oh, great. Yeah, it's really good to watch. So I'm looking forward to seeing more things that you do.
Like I said, I'm writing the next script. It's got nothing to do with paintball. That's the chapter's closed for the moment. This is an action thriller. A little bit more to what I do, martial arts and action. So right now, hopefully have the first draft done by the end of this year. And we'll start going into development of it and see where we go with it. But hopefully we'll have another Infinity Film Studio production in the new year. Yeah. Oh, there's your phone. Went a bit weird there.
Brilliant. There you go. It's my battery as well. It's
mine's going as well. I think we have to wrap this up.
Mind you, we've done good for signal because it's a bunker style house. It usually goes in and out if I'm on calls.
Well, I live on a hill and I've got this really super fibre that's come to our house recently. We've really got some fast fibre, so I'm very fortunate now to have good internet. But before, I couldn't be able to do this. This would be cutting out every minute. I would have to go to the martial arts club to do something like this. So I'm quite chuffed with work. Been gone like that. But now to chat to you and talk about life and talk about just in general.
Yeah, and you. It's been really great. And yeah, thanks for agreeing to come on as well.
I'm always happy. And yeah, you caught me on Monday where I'm free. It's busy time at the moment, but I had them free Monday, so I'm happy to come on and talk. And always welcome to come on again. Maybe after I've seen the tigers and fed the tigers, I can come on and show you something.
Oh yeah, definitely. Come on and tell me all about it, because tigers are my favourite, and I've always wanted to go up close, but I don't know how close to get you to go. So I'm like,
what the experience will be. So we'll see. We will see. But they're going to be worried about the meat I'm giving them than my face, hopefully. So that'll be like I say, if anyone wants to check me out, obviously the Joe Hallett, or on Facebook, Joe Hallett, and obviously my martial arts club is Infinity Martial Arts in Yeovil. And obviously the film is Paintball Massacre, which you can find on Instagram and Facebook and everything. And then it's out on DVD on Amazon, and it's also on Amazon Prime, iTunes, Sky Store, and Virgin Media. If you're into Halloween, get it on your Halloween list and watch it and see what you think.
And if you want to upload any links to this when it's posted, you can do.
I will. I'll share this out, definitely. And you keep writing and get your book out. I'll see some really cool Facebook face paint videos soon.
Oh, yeah. I'll try and get them all sorted now. I've got a new batch. I can get all sorted now. And I'll tell you more about the story as well. And I'll chat to you. I can tell you a bit more.
Before our phones die, we best say bye.
You take it easy, though. Thanks again. Cheers. Take care. Bye.